Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Sticker Designs by Mel. I'm Melanie. So, here we go people. I've got my budget ready to go. We're about to do this. I am about to get back on track. It's only taken me about 3 months, but I think I'm good. So, we're going to get this baby all set up so that we can get all the things back together. So, I have my April budget, at least some of the items of my budget sticker kit, and these are always available on my website if you're interested. You don't even have to use it for the month because it's separate. You can use whatever colors, designs you like, whatever. And I have my Erin Condren monthly planner. This is the 8.5 by 11, so it's the larger size because, you know, I need all of the room. So let's just go ahead and skip right to April because, well, I haven't done anything else. So, now let me show you what I have here. So I have my April budget. This is the variable budget because I like to separate my variable expenses from my fixed expenses. I find it just saves room on the page, and also it helps me kind of visualize which expenses I absolutely cannot change. I mean, unless I cut them out, which some of them is possible. And then the variable expenses is usually where I can try to save some money. Then I have all of the thick washi strips. So this is pattern A. This is pattern B. And this, no, that was C. Sorry. I think I mislabeled them. Anyways, this is actually supposed to be B, and this is supposed to be C, but apparently I wrote B twice. That's okay. Either way, they're both gorgeous. I love them all. Then I have my April bill due stickers. I've already gone ahead and written out the bills, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's some different pens because I tried to write with my Erin Condren. These are dual tips. There's a highlighter on one end and a chisel kind of felt pen on the other. But I think because this is premium matte paper, it doesn't like the feeling of it and it doesn't want to write properly. My Papermate Flare is one of my favorites, but it's too thick for this. And then I cannot find my Sharpie S-Gel pens in black anywhere. I have a whole bunch of purple, which I love, but I can't find my black ones. So I end up using this old Villa Beautiful pen that I haven't used in forever. It doesn't write as nicely as I'd like, but it's black, so it worked on the bill due stickers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the bill due stickers, put them on the monthly view so I can see where all of our bills are due. Our bills have changed a little bit in the last few months. And I feel like this is going to be another kind of trial month just to make sure that I have everything where it's supposed to be and all the things. So rent right now, I've left it blank. And this is on the 1st. I know how much my rent is, but I haven't received our utility bills from the landlady yet. So if I don't get it before the 1st, obviously I'll send her the rent and I'll send her extra money that is like an approximate for the utilities. But for now, I've left this blank. I do have numbers that I can put on the actual budget that will probably change, but still, at least I can put something. Then we have our Smart Stop. This is our storage unit, and that's $235.68. I do have Patreon, which is $6.54. And then I am part of Plan with Lakin's new goal community, and that's $32 a month. And the HB90. So the HB90 is a course I took with Sarah Cannon. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but her name on YouTube, I think, is Heart Breathings. I took a course with her, and I did the whole break up into 6-month payment thing, which is about $55 per month. I think this is month 4 or 5. Payment 4 or 5. I don't remember. December, January, February, March. Yeah, this is probably payment number 5. Now, it has been different every month, though. So, it hasn't come out on the same day. I don't know if that is, like, usual, but last month it came out on the, 21st. And then it came out No, did it come out today? It came out today. Today. Ooh, today's the end of the month. So I may have gotten that wrong. Anyways, I will budget for it there, and then at least I know I have it. So it's fine. Okay. Oh, I have my payday stickers. Okay. Payday stickers so that I know when payday is. So I'm getting paid on the 30th of March. So that means my first payday in April will be the 13th. And then the 27th. And that is from my full-time job. And my part-time job, I'm supposed to get paid on the 15th. They will either pay us on the 14th or the 17th. So I think what I'll do is I'll put it on the 17th just to be safe, because I don't want to budget on the 14th and then it's not there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, that helps me with my car payments, because my car payments are due on the Tuesday. I was going to put that on the payday. On the Tuesday before payday. So here is one on the 11th, which is $368.63. And then the other one will be on the 25th, which is also $368.63. So we have our payments down. Now on the 6th, we have our Disney Plus, which is $13.55. Phone bill, I do try to pay that around the 7th, and that's about $4.50. And that includes my phone, my son's phone, our cable TV and internet, and also our home security. So, yeah, all the things. Spotify, which is something I pay for our son. It is $11.29 a month. And Amazon. Now, Amazon, if you've watched my channel before, my budgeting videos, these expenses are like those channels you can watch on Amazon Prime on the video part. What I've done, because before I used to have like 4 or 5 different Amazon payments throughout the month, and it was just ridiculous. So what I've done is on the 8th, because I know that that's when the first payment is done, I put like a gift card on my Amazon account, and they charge that for all of our Amazon channels. So then it's done, and I don't have to worry about it. So it ends up being one payment for me, but then Amazon takes whatever money they need as they need it, right? So that works for me. Then we have Crave, which is $29.35 a month, and that's on the 13th. The 15th is another big day for us in terms of bills. So I have my Microsoft account, which is $12.43 a month. We have our RESPs. Those are registered educational savings plans. That's money we put aside for our kids post-secondary school, so whether college, university. That's to help them pay for tuition, because we're hoping they won't have to go into debt. So that's $116.98 per month. And then we have our home insurance, which is $53.73. And I think in the States, you guys actually call this renter's insurance. Here, whether you're renting or owning, it's just called home insurance. So that's why it's listed that way. Then we have our Netflix account, which is... Okay, can I just say, is it me, or does Netflix seem to be going up almost every month? Like, I don't know. I feel like... And I watch so many of the shows on Netflix, I hate to give it up, but if it keeps going up in price, I don't know. My SUV insurance is due on the 28th, and that is $164.70. And then the only other 2 bills we have are dance and cheer. Now, dance is usually about $5.50 per month. And that is just for the actual dance classes. It's not competitions, costumes, anything like that. And cheer, I've put $2.50, but I think it might actually be less this month. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to budget $2.50 and go with that. So, This gives me a good idea of where all of my bills are, and especially in relation to paydays. So I know I'm going to get paid on the 30th. So with the pay from the 30th, I need to pay all of these things, and that's going to be rough, let me tell you. So I have to pay all these things until I get paid again, and then it's lighter until payday again. So that's what we're working with. Now we can go ahead and flip to where we're actually going to do our budget. So the last time I did my budget was in January. I want to see. So we did the monthly, we left this blank, and we did the budget here. So that's what I'll do. I will do the monthly, leave this blank, and we'll do the monthly right here. So I'm going to go ahead and use the washi in pattern A. And then we'll start laying all the things down. Hopefully I can get this down somewhat straight. There we go. And then we have the stickers. Right. So this is why, I mean, if you like these flowers and stuff, but you don't want to use it for April, you can still buy it and then use it for any other month. Just don't put April on it. That's all. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the first few strips down. Now, the first one is income, and I want to start at this end just to make sure that I've lined it up properly and try to get it straight on the line. Yeah, that works. Okay, so I do have a cheat sheet next to me with all the things written down because I didn't want to mess up, especially since it's been a little while. So when it comes to income, I have Mel Pay 1, and I'm using my Paper Mate Flare for this because, well, I don't know. We'll just see. And then I have Mel Pay 2. So 1 is my full-time job and 2 is my part-time job. I will be doing separate paycheck budgets. This is like all-encompassing for the month. I've had people ask me that before, so I just wanted to clarify. So although my full-time job, I'll get 2 pays this month, both pays will go here, and then my part-time job will go here. So just so we're clear. So Ron is my husband, so he gets paid his full-time job and his part-time job because we both work, like our part-time thing is the same. I will have a rollover, obviously since we're getting paid at the end of this month before April starts. And then this one I'm going to do business / other. So if I pay myself from the business or if I get any other money, it will go here. Okay, so I forget where I was at. I had to take a small little break because, again, if you've watched my channel before, the furnace is right next to me. So when it goes on, I realized in one of my videos it's a lot louder than I was hoping it would be. So anyways, took a break while it did its thing, and now I'm back. So I have all of our paydays listed here. I guess what I could do is just add the total income strip underneath that. And then we can go from there. So let me just add this here. So I've added my business / other income. Who knows? Maybe I'll be able to pay myself from my business this month. One never knows. I do, while I'm drawing these lines, want to say a huge thank you to absolutely everyone who has been purchasing from my shop the last few months. You have been blowing me away with your orders. It has been just amazing to see all of you guys supporting me, so thank you. And I am so glad that you guys are loving the $2 Tuesdays so far. So thank you for that. I will definitely keep them coming. All right, let me get my cheat sheet back. So for my main pay, I am estimating to get about $3,000 this month. And I did explain in a previous video I think, that this amount is a lot lower than my actual pay, because some of my pay, I arranged with my HR department to have some of my pay be sent to a debt that I have, because I'm just trying to get rid of all the debt. I'm trying so hard to get us out of debt, and I thought, rather than the money coming to me and then me having to pay it, or forgetting to pay it, or delaying to pay it, it's easier if it just gets sent that way. So I did that. So this is, I would say, probably at least a good $1,000 to $1,200 lower than I usually get, but at least I know my debt is getting paid. So we'll leave it at that. My next pay should be about $1,000 or more, because I still haven't gotten paid for February or March. And usually I would have received it by now. So I'm hoping that'll be more. Husband, I'm going to try to take no more than about $2,000 from his main pay, because he also pays his own car insurance, his own car payments, his gas, all those things. So I don't want to take too much. I have like fluff all over my desk. I think my cat has been walking on my desk at night again. Anyways, I don't like fluff on my desk. So yeah, so I'm going to try to take only about $2,000 from that, and then he should probably get about $1,000 from our part-time job as well. So hopefully that can go towards the family bills, and I think I should be able to roll over about $2,300 to pay rent and all the other things. When it comes to business and other, I'm just going to budget $0, because you never know if anything's going to come in. I would rather put a 0 and budget with what I'm more confident that I'll get. And then if I get more, then great. But anyways, let's add this up really quickly. So we have 3,000. You know what? I can count this a lot faster. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $9,300. $9,300. That was a lot faster than trying to type it on the calculator. It's easy when there's some like round numbers. So $9,300 seems to be the estimated income we are working with for the month. So now what I'm going to do is put down my expense stickers. So starting with fixed expenses, I put on the right side of my planner, and then variable expenses I put on the left. And that is so crooked. Hold on. Let me see if I can somehow... Yeah, there you go. Try to fix that, because that's just not going to do. Alright, so there we go. We have our expenses. And then I usually go to the bottom of the page, put down my total, or my estimated remaining and my actual remaining. And I honestly don't know if you can hear our birds right now. One of them gets super chatty during the day. She is just losing her mind right now. She is our loud one, and she will give her partner, the male in the cage, she will give him an earful all the time. So yeah. Alright, let's see. Come on. There we go. And I'll put this right here. Try to get this one straight. There we go. Okay, so we have that. Let me draw some lines really quickly, and I'll be right back to put some numbers down. Alright, so here are all the lines. I'm going to go ahead and just use my Villa Beautiful pen for all the expenses. Otherwise, it's just too much. So, I'm going to write rent, which I know is $1,793.70. Then I know I will have heat, hydro, and water to pay. Those are all the numbers that I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do for the purpose of this budget is between the three of them, I'm going to budget $400. So actually, let me get my pencil. If I can, I can't even find my pencil, people. Hold on. Is that my pencil? Yep, but there's no... okay. Anyways, I'm going to budget $400. So when I start adding things up, I will add the $400 there. So we're just going to go with that until I get the actual numbers from the landlady. All right, then we said we have our Smart Stop, which is our storage. And that is $235.68 per month. And this is why I put the fixed expenses on the right, because it's next to the coil. I want to not have to do too many changes, and variables on the left. So the deal with working with coils. So SUV payment. Now that's 2 payments of $368.67, I believe. Or $368.63. So that's a total of $737.26 for the month. And then SUV insurance, that is $164.70. We have our home insurance, and that is $53.73. Our ESPs is $116.98. Netflix. Now these, you'll notice, are like correct down to the penny usually, because they're the bills that I get every month. $23.76. Crave is $29.35. Disney Plus is $13.55. Microsoft is $12.43. And Spotify is $11.29. So we have that. Just making sure I'm not forgetting anything. No, I think that's good. So let's go ahead and add up our fixed expenses. So I'm going to do the $1793.70 plus the $400. That's the estimate for those three, and I'm going to add the rest. Okay, so I'm estimating that my total fix will be about $3,592.43. Now this number here may change once I get the exact amount for the utilities, but for now, at least I know I have something to work with. Okay, so we have the fixed. Now let's go over to the variable, which is usually where you try to save money. So first I have Patreon. And that is, like, I'm a member of someone else's Patreon. I also have Patreon, and I have patrons that, I film specific videos for. We have, Zoom calls every month, and you get sticker sheets and all the things, like the usual Patreon. So I have some patrons, but this is me being part of someone else's Patreon. So I budget $7 for that. Now, the reason I'm budgeting a rounder number is because it is charged in US dollars. And by the time it hits my bank account, it depends on the conversion rate for that day between the US dollar and the Canadian dollar. So it can be anywhere around that. So that's why I leave it like that. Then we have the HB90. And I think, like I said, this should be payment number 5. So I should have only one payment left after this. So I budget $55. It's 38 US dollars, but then again, conversion, right? I am part of Plan with Lakin's goal setting community, and that is about $32. It's $20 US plus the like $2 and some odd change US for processing or tax. So by the time it gets to my account, it's usually around 32. Then we have, I'm just going to write phones, but this is phones, internet, home security, that kind of thing. For that, I'm budgeting $450. Amazon, I am budgeting $44.03. Dance, I said I was budgeting $550. And cheer, I was budgeting $250. So let me see what this adds up. Or adds up to. I'll see what this adds up to. I'm going to add it also to my total fixed. Then I know what I have to spread out into the true variables, which we'll talk about in a second. So let's see. Okay, so just what I have here right now is $1,388.03. I'm going to add that to the fix that I have right now. So plus 3,592.43, and I did 2,500, so I'm going to have to add $1,000 to that. So that gives us $49.80.46. All right, so if I take the 9,300 off, that leaves me with $43.19.54. Now, the categories that I use, and let me just make sure I use the same ones. I have groceries, gas, restaurants, other, unbudgeted, and rollover. All right, now the rollover is usually about $2,500 to cover the next month's rent, utilities, bills, that kind of thing. So I'm going to take that out of this. That leaves me with $1819.54, which I'm telling you right now is not a lot. So for gas, I'm going to go ahead and put $400 because I know I'm going to need enough for the month. Other, I do need to buy my plane tickets for travel in May. So I will need about, I think it was about $1,200 there. But this I may have to get from somewhere else. So I will be over budget. But that's where this category here is going to come into play, because I do have savings that I can pull from. So if I need to pull from the savings, then that's where I will add it into the actual column to offset costs like this. So just so you're aware, I would like to say that I do a zero-based budget, but it's not possible. There's no way to make my budget a zero-based budget every time, because sometimes I have to pull from savings to pay other things and, you know, all the things. So, groceries, I'm going to go ahead and budget $800 realistically. Restaurants is still a ridiculous category. I'm going to go ahead and put $400. And unbudgeted, I usually put a 0. So that's where we're at right now in terms of our variables. Now, this is all like rough numbers because, again, since I haven't done an actual budget in a few months, I don't have much to go off of. So I'm just going to go with an estimate and then see where we go. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add up just the variable expenses, put that total here, and then we can see where we're at. All right, so let's do that. All right, so I have total variables here. I don't know if you can see that. Make sure you can see that. So that is $6,688.03. So I already know I'm over budget now. So if I add these two together, so plus 3,592.43, 9,243. That brings us to $10,280.46. So I'm just going to put that like right here. $10,280.46 is the estimated total between variable expenses and fixed expenses. Now, if I take out the $9,300 I'm estimating to get, it shows that I have a shortfall of just under $1,000. So negative $980.46. But again, like I explained, I have savings that I can pull to pay this, which will offset this as well. And also, if any of the pay here is higher, it will also help offset things. So I'm not too worried about it, but it does help give me like a better idea of what I'm looking at for the month of April. So there's the full budget. Make sure it's all in the screen so you can see. There we go. So that is the April budget. The only thing, like I said, I'm missing are the utilities. So hopefully I will get that from the landlady soon. But I am feeling good about having this set up now. I'm good about starting the new month. I really feel like I'm back on track. So I'm hoping that this was helpful to those of you who used to watch my budgeting videos. If I have any new viewers that are here for the budgeting stuff, I hope this is helpful so that you see how I break things down and how I allocate things. So that is everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing this. Please remember to give a like and subscribe, especially if you're new, because you don't want to miss all of the other things that are for sure coming. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much, everyone.